Welcome to your source for research, innovation, news, insights, and commentary. This is Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Toluna, featuring its Panel Portal, a branded community solution that lets you listen and learn from the people you want to understand the very most. Bill Schreier, president of W.J. Schreier Company in Battle Creek, Michigan, penned a column for his local paper, the Battle Creek Inquirer, and in it, he declares, quote, more damage to the credibility of market research as a discipline due to misuse of this tool, end of quote. Schreier's specific complaint goes to political ads and flyers that use statistics from polls and market studies. And more pointedly, he's asserting that push polls, leading questions, skewed sample sizes, and other tactics in research that are used to generate a given political outcome or opinion makes thoughtful voters that much more skeptical of claims by either side of the spectrum, and that includes their distrust of research. Schreier recommends any poll or study cited by a candidate or a neutral website be subject to independent inspection and verification. Interesting idea. Next, on to part two of our conversation with BBC Worldwide EVP of Insight David Boyle. Today, some inside baseball about initiatives our guest has taken to try to improve social media for research purposes and the related frustrations that he's experienced as those efforts have been stymied. Is there a go-to guy or organization that the BBC relies on or feels very comfortable with when it comes to social media research?
Well, that's a very good question. And I wish there were, but unfortunately, I'm really struggling to think of one. I think the kind of people I've gone to have been startups. They've been kind of young and very tech-savvy people. The problem is they keep getting bought by other companies, one by Apple, one by Amazon. They stop being able to work with their existing clients, and they get consumed in the larger organizations. So we've had really promising. Twitter was the other example. They bought someone we were working with. Really promising examples. Great partnerships with these. Not always young, but these tech teams who just really got the tech of social media scraping or sentiment analysis or something really cool. But they didn't understand, the beauty was when they didn't understand the business needs, which we really understand. We formed this great partnership. We benefited from their tech. They benefited from our business knowledge. We were shaping awesome products. We got to prototype stage on 2 or 3 of these organizations. Then they get bought and the project stops. We have to start again.
David, if I put you in front of the most talented people about social media research, you had a lot of confidence in or hope in, okay? Could you sit down with them and say, okay, here are the issues that we have that we'd like to help you resolve? And if you could do that, what would be the 2 or 3 or whatever number of major issues that you would say to them, here's a checklist of what we really want to try to overcome?
That's a great question. I would love to do that, by the way. So we have tons.
Let's do it together. Let's figure that out. We'll find somebody.
Let's solve this problem. But seriously, we have tons of business problems and business questions. We have tons of content, and we have tons of people engaging with our content all around the world. So we're ripe for this challenge. I think, several things come to mind. I think one is, really understanding who the person is that is saying the things about our brands. So deeply understanding people and different types of people, so that when we say, people say this about your brand, we know who that is and we know what it means, therefore what it doesn't mean, whether it represents the wider audience. So deeply understanding people would definitely be one of them. I think there's some stuff around understanding what people are saying about your brand, but in some kind of framework, in some kind of...
So context, putting conversations or comments in context?
In context for how we would use it in the business.
Right.
So if they're talking about the image and the style, and that might be a marketing question. If they're talking about the plot and the characters, that might be, the production team. If they're talking about the schedule and the time it aired and the frustration with being able to access it on digital channels, well, that's a business model question. So I feel there's some kind of frameworks and business levers that this work needs to be tied back to. We can help with that. We know what they are, but we need someone on the tech side to partner with.
We thank David Boyle for his time and his insights. I don't know about you, but I learned a lot, and I hope that you did too. If so, we suggest you pass along our video to a colleague or a friend who you think would also benefit from this new knowledge. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Toluna, featuring its panel portal, a branded community solution that lets you listen and learn from the people that you want to understand the very most. We've created a link for you so that you can find out more about Panel Portal. If you're a subscriber to our email, you can check that email to get the link. Everyone else, you're invited to pay a visit to the description box underneath this video. We hope you have a great research day and that the rest of your research week is productive. Enjoy your weekend and make it a relaxing one, and whatever you have to do, please get back and join us on Monday.